Afternoon all, and we're back yet again. I'd like to just start off with saying the last video you would have seen before this, part 3, I did end it pretty swiftly, purely because after me rabbiting on for quite a while about these pair, I realised I'd got to 9 minutes, which is actually double the length of my first video. So I thought I'd best just curb it there and post it and see if it's enough. I was requested to do a longer video, hence why I did the 9-10 minute video. So yeah, sorry if you watched that because I said I was going to explain more and didn't. But hopefully I can explain more now. But yeah, just gonna get the water pump off now. I have my nice little diagram of where all the bolts go from the water pump and water pump housing, hence that and that, because they're all different lengths and different sizes and very hot, as you can clearly see. But that's going to help me work out where they go on that one, because I will forget. We all do. I'm going to forget. So with some persuasion and effing and jeffing, and yeah, I now worked out that come off. I knew it was going to come off because there was no bolt in the middle of it and it was got a key there. So I knew it had to come off somehow. I just didn't want to break it. But yeah, with some wiggling and some looking and staring and thinking what the hell am I doing, I got it off. So now the water pump is free, he says. It will be free, just I can't do it one-handed. Yeah, he says. There you go. It's free, which I'm going to have to just get off and show you on another clip because I need two hands. But yes. Yeah. I did a bit more than was originally planned. Just because I was working it out and we had a little oopsie. So I'll have to tidy that up now. But the water pump and housing's off now. Here. I'd got all the bolts off it. And I slid it forward. And it was sliding forward on that. Which is obviously joined to the crank. And it wasn't coming off any further. So it led me to believe there's either a key on the sump. That's like a key there, look. Where something like locks onto. So I just thought, well, maybe there's one on the sump that was stopping it coming off, so I can't lift it because of that. So like the sump's gonna have to come off now. So I've been wriggling and jiggling and making a mess, and I found out that it was this, that little bolt there, which I assume is a drain for this or something. I don't really know. Like, I'll be honest with you, I don't know. A lot of people seem to think I know what I'm doing. I don't. I got a vague idea, like, but I probably only know as much as you watching, so we'll work it out together. But yeah, the sump is actually off now. There are all the sump bolts. Bar one, because I have to put it back on again. Because I don't fancy it sitting there on my clutch. Well, clutch and flywheel. Which I haven't got off yet. But yeah, that's really done now, kind of thing, because that can go in my boxes up there, full of parts. Yeah, and I can start binning things like gaskets and whatever, and moving little sensors over to that, and then start cleaning that, because I'm not putting that on there with that, it's disgusting. Clean all that, tidy it up, move it over, make it all nice. And yeah, for those asked, let me just pop this here a minute first. Let me just put this here, otherwise I'm going to get shot. Not literally, but you get what I mean. But yes, sorry, right. For those asked in previous videos, the reason to have melted pistons, even though all I've done is put a turbo on a car, is for a car like this, or any car really, if you're doing mods, some mods require a map to help them run, because you're messing with how they're factory spec to run. So obviously I had a hybrid core on my original VXR turbo that was mapped onto the car, mapped with everything it had, standard injectors and everything, and it's running fine. But I blew that turbo up, as you do. So I decided, why buy the same thing again when if I'm doing these sort of things, upgrade. So I bought a KRS turbo, KO4 turbo. I believe it's a Gen 2 maybe, but don't hold me on that one, I can't remember. Is it? No, I don't think it is. You get the point, you get the point. I will show you another video of my turbo. So I put that on, it being a KO4, and I was driving it around because I needed it as a daily. And obviously I knew I needed to get it mapped, but that costs money, and we all know money doesn't grow on trees. But you know, you're driving it around, you feel the boost, you think, oh, this is quite good. You put your foot down, and after a while of just giving it little tickles and tickles, that happens. So, word to the wise, don't mod your daily. I'm joking, mod your daily, it's more fun. we all learn the hard way. It's part of the experience, isn't it? Part of the experience. But yeah, we're getting somewhere. I don't actually think, on further inspection, because if you remember from the last video, that I was questioning whether 2 and 3 had been repaired or whatever. I have been looking at it more, and I just think 2 and 3 have got that bloody hot. The aluminium's just started to melt, which I know at some degrees, but yeah. Joys of messing with cars. Well, no, learning with cars. If I'd have messed with cars properly, it wouldn't be wrong, would it? But anyway, I've jabbered on enough now. I'm going to see what is in turn next. But yeah, get to the point. Basically, the fuel mixtures were out, so it was ramming that much air in and not fuel. And obviously heating everything up, because more air, less fuel, it heats things up, hence the head there. And obviously the fuel to air ratio was out, and it cooked the car. That's my own fault, it could have been avoided. I'm not saying that's a big VXR problem, it's not, that's just how it goes. Some things you can afford, you've got to learn as you go along, hence me doing this now. And in continuing with that situation where I wasn't sure if it'd been repaired or I've melted it, I think I melted it, it's pretty clear, it's aluminium. But under there is my new purchase, which I'll show you now because I can't do one-handed. But as you can see, the new block is out again. I've pulled this out because I found out the correct bolts, well I say correct bolts, better bolts to put on here. So I can now do this and actually use it as a proper engine stand. Whereas before, the bolts were all bodged and I couldn't turn it around because all these were knocking on the frame here and it wouldn't turn. So now I can actually use it and start bolting things on and adding more weight to this. So there, as I was saying, the new head, it's here. I don't want to just show you yet. Yeah, it's basically another head, obviously. It's got no cams in it, which is open to possibility. Which, I mean, I might get some Piper fast road cams. It's got valves in it, but I think I might get the Piper valves as well. But yeah, we'll see. But that's definitely in better condition than the other one, isn't it? There's no fuck-ups between 2 and 3. Wait a minute. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 2 and 3. But yeah, doesn't it look better? No mess up, no horribleness, no yuckiness. So at least now that it can mate with that, and we're gonna have a better engine than that. So yeah, so tonight's job, I think I'm just going to move little bolts and things and little sensors, like a knock sensor there. I think it's a knock sensor. The bolts, the sump's already off. Clutch, and I'm waiting for one of them tools you put inside the clutch to realign it all. I don't necessarily know if you need that now or whether you need that when you're putting it back on again. I don't know, but like I say, I'm learning as I go along. Yeah, so as you can see, it's off. But yeah, oil pressure sensor. Just, oh, look at it, it's disgusting. Ugh. I'll stay there now, I don't know. But yeah, there we go. Let's see how far I get tonight. As you can see, I'm further. We can clearly see now where that sensor's come from, hence why it's melted, because it's been in the block. So the block's got hot, it's melted out of that little gap, and then the flywheel's grabbed hold of it and messed it up. And I have worked out that some of you might have been saying in the previous clip to this, but yes, you don't need the pin to lock the clutch and flywheel together when you put it off. When you put it on, you will do. That's not now, is it? So off is off. There you go. So that them pair can go up on the shelf, and now pretty much the sump can be moved over to the new block. But this will all be a new video now because that needs some hella cleaning inside and outside. Yeah, so I'll see you all in the next